Hey, everybody. This is Nevin Gusak, your host of the Populist Patriot. Just wanted to give you all a quick shout out to the fathers out there in the audience. Happy Father's Day to you all. Hope you're enjoying the day with your children, with your families. Never forget the important role that fathers play um, in the growth and lives of a child, a job, or not a job, but the position as a father and being a father never stops. I have a teen daughter right now. She's going to be 17 next month. Can't believe it. And unfortunately, she's sick. So she's been sick for a bit. So I'll be seeing her next weekend, making up for the non-Father's Day for me today. So I'll have fun with her next weekend. But always be a important role in your child, a good role model. Always spend time with them. Always feel like you're a safe person to talk to for their child. I mean, there's so much mental illness, there's so much depression out there. Always make sure you're a safe parent, that you're a good role model, that you're fun within limits, and just always do even simple things like just be. I come from a divorce situation. My ex-wife and I have been divorced for a few years, and it's always important to visit with your child, to make memories with them, and never ever lose track of that because children remember that. I'm a child myself, obviously. And we don't forget the good things that the parents do, and we don't forget the things that we don't agree with, or even the negative things that parents don't do, or how much time they spent with us, or how much time they didn't spend with us. So always make sure to be ever present. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Big shout out to y'all. Fathers sometimes can be really underrated and underappreciated. And you know what? We're very important. Fathers count too. And always remember that. In this day and age, there are at times men are really pooped upon, unfortunately, with the with the prevalence of extreme radical feminism that really, unfortunately, paints men in a very broadly negative brush. And, we're combating that situation right now, and also the depredations of uncontrolled corporate capitalism, which doesn't care for the family unit, as well as the judicial system, which has become a rather big business. It has become hyper capitalistic with, you know, um, with all kinds of biases against the fathers too, as well, arguably. So there are many things policy-wise that radical civic nationalists would take uh, to strengthen the family and strengthen dads. And what I would propose is, of course, the abolition of uncontrolled corporate capitalism. And I would go back to the pre-Reagan form of stakeholder economy, where it was easier for a single male breadwinner to head the household, while mom, if it was her choice, could stay home and work, or stay home and work as the homemaker and the mother, and devote her exclusive energies to that. Why? Because unions, in part, negotiated within a tightly regulated capitalistic and nationalistic economic system higher wages. There was much more of an institutional balance, but unfortunately, what happened is that we allowed, through the Tea Party, Reagan, and corporate America, that whole putrid ideology of uncontrolled economic liberalism doesn't care about the families. You just look at the theorists of economic liberalism; they don't care about community. They just care about the freedom to make whatever money you want without any regard to the societal consequences. So we would retighten the regulations selectively of the economy. We would put excessive greed back in its box. We would re-implement the pre-Reagan form of stakeholder capitalism. We would also launch a informational/cultural war against radical feminism. Men should not be crapped upon. There should be more respect and understanding and empathy between men of goodwill and women of goodwill. Not all women, obviously, are exploiters or man haters or anything like that, or not understanding of a man's needs or desires. And not all men are, overly domineering and, mean and nasty and selfish or anything like that, whatever stereotype you want to put. There are a lot of good people out there on both sexes, and we need more unity and cooperation amongst the genders, amongst the sexes, amongst the parents, in the interests of the family unit as well as the development of the children. I also, for the divorced fathers out there, I would also propose immediately a that all child support paid to the custodial parent, as long as the child support is paid, uh, is tax deductible. It is a crime that responsible fathers, or fathers that are able to pay the child support, who are in decent to very good economic conditions, that they're fulfilling their obligations as they should, that they should be rewarded for that, because that means then more disposable income for the dads to spend on their children, on vacations, to help pay their bills. For fathers also to pursue their own lives too, because if a father is self-actualized and happy and content with his own personal life, that's going to spill over to the children. But unfortunately, our family court system and our society in general, everything is about grasping as much money as you can get. It's the hyper capitalistic structure, it's not a socialist construct. And again, we need a revolution in this country of values. Values, again, that balance the needs of the individual with that of the community. So I would make, again, child support tax deductible. I would take a look at the excessive abuses in the family court system that is often a huge complaint of even good fathers. I'm a member of this divorced fathers group in Facebook. And, there are fathers that clearly are good dads, and they still get a short end of the stick of the family court system. And I think we need to really take a look at that, and in a very earnest way. And for those of you who, think that, the Republican Party is this friend of fathers, think again. I mean, the Trump administration has actually been on the other side of the equation on fathers and issues of family court and child support statements, the payments and whatnot. They've actually been against the fathers, if you look it up a bit, through using the World Wide Web and taking a look at various news websites and family court policy. So at the end of the day, my family policies would encourage responsible fatherhood and responsible motherhood, where neither side is used as a source of exploitation. And those would be my starting points for my family growth and policies that favor fathers. I would restore the economic structure that allows for the single breadwinner, the single male breadwinner. I would make child support payments tax deductible completely, with the custodial parent, of course, getting the primary benefits of the tax deduction. That goes without question, for the sake of fairness and reality. But the fathers will get a tax deduction, and also we would stop the war against men. There is a real war against responsible, good males by radical feminists of the left and the corporate capitalists and the libertarians and the Tea Partiers on the right that just put profit above everything else. That's the only freedom they care about. So anyways, happy Father's Day. Enjoy your kids. Enjoy your time, the barbecue, hanging out with your kids. If you can't see your kids, particularly because you're, in some bad situation or another, my heart goes out to you. My prayers go out to you, and just keep up the good fight. Always be there in your kid's life in some form or another. It's the best advice I can give you. Happy Father's Day, everyone.